station as a place where zeppelins could dock. In 1931, they thought that was going to be the next big thing in long-distance transport. They actually tried docking a couple of dirigibles up there. They found out that they were buffeted around too much by the updrafts from the building. So they ultimately determined that it wasn't safe. But they were never actually able to use the tower for the purpose. The very top of the stone up there is where the 86th floor observation deck is. It was originally supposed to be the baggage claim area for the dirigible station. Okay, we're gonna walk down the side here. I'll show you the most famous building. Okay, baby, go on.
Castle Clinton was nowhere near big enough to handle the influx of immigrants coming in by the 1880s. By then you had the Eastern European Jews escaping the pogroms. You had the Italian immigrants. You had the Greek immigrants coming through. And so now this federal government took over the immigration program, and they opened up a new immigration center out here on this former ammunition dump called Ellis Island. Ellis Island opened on New Year's Day of 1892. These are not the original buildings. The original buildings were made out of wood. They burned down, so they replaced it with these stone and terracotta buildings. The first person to be processed at Ellis Island was a young woman from County Cork, Ireland, by the name of Annie Moore. She was 15 years old. It was her 15th birthday, so she was given a $10 gold coin. She was the first of more than 20 million people to come through Ellis Island. Every single day, thousands of people would arrive at Ellis Island, and they would give them a mental examination, a health examination. Some people had to be quarantined for a while, and some people occasionally were sent back. Very rarely, but it did happen sometimes. But the vast majority of the people who went through Ellis Island were processed within a few hours, and they then would get a ferry boat either to New York or New Jersey, and that's where the real struggle began. There's a story about a immigrant who came to... Hey, wave to the people like you're on the TV. Okay, so in 1954, the very last person we processed at Ellis Island was a Norwegian sailor who had jumped ship in 1954. And they closed down Ellis Island, and it remained closed until 1991. In 1991, Ellis Island reopened as an immigration museum. And if you had family that went through Ellis Island, you can look them up on their database.
Okay, stay with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, weighed in at over 200 tons. Just an absolutely fabulous green robe with a torch and crown ensemble. Statue of Liberty, officially titled Liberty Enlightening the World. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France. She was sculpted by Frederick August Bartholdi, whose mother posed for the sculpture. The pedestal she stands on was designed by Richard Morris Hunt. The interior skeleton was designed by Gustav Eiffel. Do you guess what he also designed? The Eiffel Tower, yes. So the Statue of Liberty, in her right hand, she holds a torch, which is a beacon unto freedom. In her left arm, she cradles a tablet, 3/4, 1776, the day the Declaration of Independence was signed. And there are seven spikes on her crown to represent the 7 seas and the 7 continents of the world. So we're going to have our little 7th inning stretch here, and John is going to go really slowly and make...
site of the original Federal Hall, where George Washington was inaugurated president in 1789, when Congress first met and passed such things as the Bill of Rights. New York was the first capital of the U.S. before it moved to Philadelphia in 1790 and subsequently on to Washington, D.C. Now that is the classic view of Trinity Church down Wall Street. Believe it or not, that was the tallest building in New York for about 40 years after it was built. Okay, we're going to start heading back up to Broadway. Okay, if there are no more questions, let's start moving back toward the bus here.
Gee, you think they know him as first now? Huh? You got your powder?
It's right here. Yes.
The kind you want?
Back and horrified. It's apparently the worst seat you could possibly get to happen.
Exactly. The best life here, so you can read a little bit about your seat. It was funny, Joe. It was funny. And my father was telling this story with my mother. He took my mother to the opera. Our family. Yes. I even have a little more thing. Go ahead. Hold on, Jonathan.
This is where it all happens on New Year's Eve. Broadway, that's the ball?
Yeah.
That's all? That thing's bigger than that.
Maar de route die wij hadden uitgelegd.
Not very big.
Kijk.
What? Huh?
Is this the one up there?
No, that ain't it. It's that.
I didn't think it is.
Yeah, but it looks so. What does this say? I don't know.